Hey everyone, welcome back to More Than a Face. So today I'm going to be recreating this look for you guys. It's a monochrome, kind of like purple, lilac vibes. I don't know, but I'm really liking it. Turns out it's going to look really good for brown eyes. And actually one of the palettes that I used is made for brown eyes as well, so that worked out nicely. So I kind of made a boo-boo in this video. For the first like 10 minutes of recording, I did not have my mic on, so briefly for a short period of time there's gonna be no audio, which is really embarrassing, but you know what? Welcome to the life of a YouTuber. Everybody makes mistakes. What are you gonna do? So anyway, even though my videos are very bootleg right now, there are still some things to be learned and videos to be watched. So I really hope you guys enjoy. So yeah, if you want to see me recreate this look, then keep on watching. You guys can hear me now. My mic wasn't on. Now that I have thoroughly disappointed myself and my viewers, we can get back to this video. Anywho, if you would like to see a brow tutorial on my brows, I will have a link for that. I'm gonna set my under eyes with this Maybelline New York Shine Free Loose Powder in Light. I love this stuff. I've actually had this same exact container, like this same exact, for like over 2 years now, and it's still not even empty. I really enjoy this stuff. I want to say one of like the OG YouTubers, what was her name? It was Makeup by Elena Baby. I used to watch her all the time, and she had, I think that either that same exact powder or I got the Maybelline one because it was all I could afford at the time. But it's a really amazing powder, like especially if you enjoy baking. It's good stuff. So now I have my NYX No Filter finishing powder in the shade Medium Olive. I do look like a medium olive, don't I? And I'm going to set the rest of my face. Okay, so I just wasted like 10 minutes of freaking filming time, which is super depressing because you guys can't even hear me. Now that that's set, I'm taking my Hoola bronzer and this Real Techniques sculpting brush. Yeah, sculpting brush. And I'm gonna sculpt with this brush. One thing about bronzing that I don't think I've shared yet, or contouring, because this kind of does both. It's a nice little medium. Because it makes your cheeks even higher. So if this is if right here is where the hollow of my cheek is, I apply the product right here. Creates a higher cheekbone. Do a little bit out here. Do like the slightest bit of nose contouring. I'm not much of a nose contourer. Pretty okay with the shape of my nose. Okay, so that's done. I think I'm gonna do blush and highlight after I do my eyes. I was talking about, when you guys couldn't hear me, I was talking about Memorial Day and how a bunch of us were just hanging out by the pool, having fun, hanging out, grilling and stuff. I hope you all had a great Memorial Day as well. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this off. I don't think my shadows are gonna be that hard to deal with today. My face is so matte right now. That's one bad thing. I always have to set my foundations because if I don't, I'll get really oily because I have oily skin. But it's like, who wants to have to set a dewy foundation? Like, why? Why?
Why? Why? Why? Why? Why?
Next step, Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I am gonna be using a Colourpop eyeshadow today. So that's why I chose this one, because I feel like sometimes if I use the Paint Pot by MAC, it's a really thick and creamy product, so I feel like sometimes it doesn't work with all cream products on top of it, because I usually set it so it goes like cream powder cream, and the next thing you know, like everything's way too thick. You really don't need a lot of this stuff, which I love. A little bit goes a really long way. To set my eyes, I'm gonna use this little this lighter nude color. It's like a light beige. See, nude can mean different things for people. Like, this can be nude for me, but it can be a ridiculously light cream color for someone that has deeper skin. So I kind of hate calling a color nude, because nude for me might not be nude for someone else. And that's not fair. I have these two palettes out. I have my Carly Bible and my Persona palette. So these are both YouTuber palettes, which is really cool, first of all. But I picked them specifically because I feel like they have the type of shades that go really well with like purples, because they both have purples in them. So I don't know, I think I'm gonna use a mixture of the two. We'll see. First off, I'm gonna take this middle shade. It's like, I'm gonna call this like a neutral, maybe like it's like a medium neutral brown. And this Pro Tapered Crease brush, literally use this for blending every single time I do my eyes. This is really, like, I bought it out of impulse, but it's really become like a staple product for me. So I guess I could talk about my YouTube experience so far. Because I feel like most of my viewers right now are like fellow starting out YouTubers, so hello. It's definitely really humbling to start out on YouTube, because like, if you clearly, most of the time if you start a YouTube channel, it's because you watch YouTube videos. I don't know like the typical progression of a YouTube channel, because I don't really know anyone else that like has a successful channel. Well, I do, like, I haven't spoken to anyone that, you know, talked about their journey or whatever, but it's pretty humbling to start at like 0 subscribers and your videos get like 20 views in a day, because like you see people like Nikki Tutorials and she has like 1 million views in like a week. So if you're starting out and you're having trouble with that, because I mean it's something that I realized, but it doesn't really bother me, because I mean obviously I expected to we all have to start somewhere. If that's something that you're kind of struggling with, I would just say like stay in your own lane. Do your own thing, be yourself, be creative, make the type of videos like you would want to see, and just keep going. Because for me, it's, if anything, it just motivates me to work harder and to try to make better videos and like think of different stuff. Because it really all is like this long, grueling process unless you do something to go viral, which most of the time, like, I don't know how I feel about like clickbaity videos, but so I just did my crease. So I'm going out of my comfort zone today, and I'm gonna use this Royal & Langnickel Revolution brush, and it's the BX66. This is kind of similar to the type of brush that I already use, but I feel like it's not at the same time. Like, it's more flimsy and it's not as dense. I don't know. We'll see. I'm in the mood to try different stuff today, so bear with me, please. If I had $1 for every time I drop stuff when I'm making a video, I'm gonna take this lighter purple and I'm going to put that in my crease, but in a more concentrated area. I'm not gonna like blend it out as much as I did the first color. So I went to see Baywatch the other day with The Rock and Zac Efron. It was really funny. I heard that it got somewhat bad reviews, which I was pretty surprised by because I was laughing like the entire movie. It kind of has that like new agey humor, kind of like 21 Jump Street, I guess. So if you're not into that really goofy, like stupid kind of humor, you might not like it. Well, you definitely won't like it. But if you're like me and you're super lame and your friends are lame, you should all go watch it together. I've been thinking about filming since like last night. I feel like it's becoming part of my like weekly routine. Like my body is just already, or my mind is already programmed to be like, hey, you gotta film soon. I should probably zoom you guys in for this. Hi. I actually really like this brush. I'm gonna use this color Chic. It's a lot more of a cooler purple than the other purples I was putting in my crease before, and it's also darker, so I feel like this is just gonna tie everything together. Making sure that that crease is nice and deep and stuff. See how the scar always comes into play? Like, just ignore that. You probably can't barely see it right here. I fell off the monkey bars when I was 9. I don't like telling people that story. They usually laugh.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Okay, so now for the fun part. My Colourpop shadow, and I already showed it to you guys, but it's in the color Cricket. This is the Super Shock line, so this is like the cream shadow. So typically I just go in with my finger with this, but like I said, I'm kind of trying to step out of my comfort zone here, so let's just see how this goes. I was really skeptical about these Colourpop shadows and how they blend out like when you actually use a brush. I definitely suggest using a synthetic brush with these. And I actually have this little brush from Ulta that came in like one of those little kits, but this is what it looks like. I think it's important to make sure you have enough on your brush. Like, see how cool that is? Like, not cool as in hip, but like, it's such a dusty purple. So I feel like the colors that I put in my crease kind of balance out the fact that that is a super cool color. Like, it almost looks gray. Yeah, I'm just gonna use my finger, honestly. Forget all that noise. I feel like the glitter applies a lot better. Since I don't have a ring light, like, my camera doesn't pick up how freaking glittery this stuff is. Working on getting one ASAP. I'm gonna go back in with that Charming color and this blending brush. Charming was the light brown, the medium brown. And just blend this a little bit higher. I'm gonna take this tiny little like smudger type of brush and the Colourpop shadow, and I'm placing this on my lash line. I'm cleaning that off, then taking the Chic from the Persona palette. Then next up, I wanted to use this Colourpop Lilac eyeliner. It's in the color Crybaby. This is what it looks like. It's pretty lilac or lavender. I don't know which one's lighter. I'm gonna use this same little brush and clean it off. I'm going to highlight my inner corner with this color called Sassy. It's a light champagne-y color. And actually, one thing about this shadow, it's really deceiving. So as you could see just now, it looked like a champagne type of color that had like shimmery, almost silvery specks in it. But when you put it on, it's almost like white and shimmery. Like, there's really nothing cream colored about it. That looks nice. I think I'm gonna put a little bit up here, since that's cool to do now. I remember for the longest, shimmer was like a no-no under your brow. And to an extent, I feel like you don't want anything too metallic under there anyway, because it just brings like the wrong type of attention to your eye. But I feel like that looks pretty, right? This is my all-time favorite crease detailer. This is the Define Crease Brush by Makeup Geek. I'm trying to tell you guys, Marlena is the truth. I'm going to very precisely place this in my crease. I kind of just wanted more contrast between what was going on my lid and what's happening in the crease. I hate that, like, I don't know. This will probably translate a lot better when I look at it on the laptop, but in the viewfinder this just looks like such a washed out look, which is so depressing because in real life it's really not. So I'm going to take this Real Techniques brush that I need to wash, and I'm going to blend this out. I put the tiniest amount of Chic in there, which was that purple color. Feel like sometimes these glitters don't want to stay on. Can you guys even see how glittery that is? Probably not. Crap. I'm gonna go ahead and do my liner and my lashes off camera because I feel like I'm not gonna talk that much while I do them anyway. I'm gonna use my Salon Perfect lashes, the one that look like the wispies. Actually, I have a lash tutorial for you guys. It's really simple, it's really quick, great for beginners. I suggest you check it out. So yes, I will be right back. Clearly, my lashes are on now. I've been wanting to use this for a while. I just haven't gotten around to it, I guess. I'm gonna use the color Rush by Urban Decay. This is a cream finish. I was gonna use this color Embellishment by NYX, but I just feel like, I don't know, should we try it? Well, okay, so here's one lip option. I'm gonna try this Super Shock blush called Highly Wasted. And it's wasted as in like waste, not like chocolate wasted. I feel like this type of brush is gonna go really well with this blush, even though it's not clean, so don't judge me. But this is the Real Techniques 301 brush. It's like, I typically use this for like bronzer and stuff. I'm just gonna swirl this around. Okay, that's not doing anything. It doesn't have that much color payoff. Like a little bit, but nothing too crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, Colourpop. I love you guys, but this isn't really doing much for me. I'm using Boozy Brunch. I always use this. It's a great highlighter. MAC 227 and Fix Plus. First of all, if you've never used Fix Plus, it's a really good hydrating setting spray. You can use it to prime as well, and it smells like heaven. They have scented ones too, but the original Fix Plus is like life. It just smells clean. And then on top of that, because isn't this just the type of look you gotta go super glowy with, I'm gonna take the color Sassy again, which was that lighter shade I put in my tear duct, and I'm gonna place it first. Don't mind that like super crazy strip. So since this was a really silvery shade and I placed that gold underneath, now I'm not gonna look like super pale and whatnot. Highlight my nose. Cupid's bow. A little bit up her. What is that on my forehead? Oh, I freaking got glue. Lash glue on my forehead or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna try this embellishment color on top of what I already have because having something way too cool on my lips just scares me, and I like having this pink. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. I'm kind of scared, you guys. Oh, I like this. Because now that I have the pink underneath. So I actually really like this. The first time I used this color, it just made me feel really washed out. But I like this with this look. I'm actually just gonna set my face with that Fix Plus. Alright, so that is the finished look for today. I hope you guys like it and try it out. If any of you are like me and have ridiculously dark brown eyes, this would look amazing on you. This would look good on brown eyes, green eyes, blue eyes. I think this will look really nice. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up and thanks for watching. Bye.